Welcome Soul Tribe, I'm Steph.dsa, and if you don't know me already, I am the creator and host of the Divinefemininespodcast. In today's video, we are going to be talking about the new moon in Aquarius on the 1st of February, the 222 portal, manifestation hacks and setting those intentions around this new moon and for the year ahead. So stay tuned, like, comment and subscribe to this channel to tune in for other videos around the moon, around the divine feminine, the awakening journey, and lots of great mind, body and soul empowerment content. So in this video, we're going to cover off what is the new moon in Aquarius? What does it bring in terms of energy? How can we really use this energy to help us in our setting of intentions, planning the year ahead? And there is no surprise in timing of this new moon is on the 1st of February, 5:45 a.m. UK and 12:45 a.m. Eastern. So for you that are celebrating Chinese New Year, it's also aligning with the Chinese New Year, the year of the tiger. But there's no surprise with this, that the next day it's the 222 portal. So we're going to talk about what that energy is bringing in and how we can capitalize on it and how best to use it. I'm also going to share hacks for manifestation, but how you really clear the space and start to be able to set yourself up to make those wishes and those intentions and put together a plan. I'll also be sharing some energy guidance. I've pulled some Moonology cards and Oracle cards and Tarot cards to help inform some of the energy that I'm seeing and tuning in and channeling in on messages specific to the soul tribe. So take what resonates when it comes to that part, and I hope you'll enjoy this video. So first off, the new moon in Aquarius. Well, first of all, I said that it's Chinese New Year. Every Chinese New Year starts with a new moon in Aquarius, and the energy of Aquarius is bold. It doesn't conform. It's just out there. So this is a great time to really step into your power. Aquarius doesn't really conform to society. It's all about humanity and standing up for what is right, which if you know me, you know I'm all about that. So I'm going to be embracing this, and I hope you guys do too. It's a time to be daring, going against the grain and really, not doing it in a way that's offending anyone, but being your authentic self. Like, don't feel like you're, being awkward because you're stepping into your power. It's a really powerful time right now because the energy of Aquarius in this space of this year is helping the awakening. So things are rising up, souls are awakening, and this is a massive movement. For those that are already on this journey and understand, you're going to see more things coming to light. You're going to notice more truths coming about, more bold changes. So there's a lot of surges of energy right now coming to earth, and that's no surprise either. Scientifically, it is happening. Check the resonance chart. You might be experiencing some like body ascension symptoms. If you're not, it could be manifesting in other ways. I know I am, but this is all part of what's happening, and it's all for the better. So it's time to shake things up. Like, how can you create things that are going to be going away from how you typically do things? Think about the way that you set yourself up for alignment. You may have had a set routine that you always did. You don't necessarily need to do that. You could have other ways of creating that alignment and doing it differently. It doesn't mean that you have to go to the gym and then afterwards you have to go home and stretch and then do some meditation. Maybe you're going to take a walking meditation. Maybe you're going to, have alignment through listening to binaural beats and drinking some green tea. I don't know what that is. Or, spending time with animals and just sitting down in nature and listening to the sounds. It could just be anything. You may have had a set routine, and now it's fine to change that status quo because the energy of this new moon is going to help enhance and bolster that. Remember, what I'm sharing is saying to you that use the energy of this new moon with changes, intentions, or things that you want to create. Bring that in. So, you may want to reevaluate what it is that you've been doing that actually, you could do it differently, and you want to do it differently. Don't dim your light. It's time to shine that light. It's not about, holding yourself back to make others happy. It's about really letting yourself go. you know, within reason. I don't want any of you guys to get in trouble with the law or anything, but you know what I mean. You may have had an idea or a business venture, or you're not sure about going a bit further and taking that next step in a relationship. Now is a very, very powerful time to actually do that. If you feel in your heart and soul it's something you've been longing to do, this is the time. Now you have to make those tangible next steps and kind of build that in place, but it's very good energy. So the 222 portal, right? Or the 2222 portal, should I say? There are 3 more 2222 events. The 222 sequence is an angel number, meaning balance, harmony, partnerships. This is a year of 6. It's the year of partnerships, balance, harmony. So it's actually a reinforcement of that. And these are the last 3 222 sequences for a very, very long time on Earth. And they're happening in the month of Feb. So the 2nd of Feb, the 20th of Feb, and the 22nd of Feb. This is a powerful month. If you're trying to create change in your dynamics with relationships, just bringing balance and harmony to your life, to yourself, this is the time to do this, guys. You know, you may be thinking, I'm not feeling grounded. I've been feeling overworked, stressed, tired, and it's just the beginning of the year. This is why I love that it's Chinese New Year, and now is the time to really start, you know, putting in those ideas in place and making those baby steps to get there. So use this time as a moment to really, you know, change it up and be bold about how you're changing it up. So manifestation hacks. I mean, I know all of you guys are thinking, okay, so the new moon's here. I need to think about what it is I need to be doing. Like, how should I plan? What should I, you know, what should I be thinking about? You know, some of the things that you might be wanting to journal is, what does it mean to be the most of who I am or who I want to be? You know, how do I bring that to life? How do I allow myself to really shine, be myself? You know, really ask yourself those questions. This is important, right? This is a time of stepping out. You know, how can I be more free? How can I, you may be feeling a bit restricted with all the restrictions, but how can I create the sense of freedom for myself so that I don't feel like I have to conform in ways that compromises my happiness? I mean, we all have the ability to have our freedom in whatever way we want it. We just have to kind of allow ourselves to go forward, and don't be afraid, you know, just let it go, like go for it. So what no longer feels like alignment to you, what can you release? Now, this is where the most important thing is. I want you guys, before you start writing your wishes for this new moon, setting those intentions and maybe creating some affirmations off the back of that, you need to clear the energy. So there might be things that have been annoying you, people that have upset you, situations that you think, that's not fair, it's not just. Remember, 222 is bringing harmony, balance. You can create that balance, co-create with the universe. So what I'd urge you to do is, you've still got time. The best time to manifest and set intentions for the new moon is just after the new moon. So actually, on the 1st of Feb, 31st of Jan and the 1st of Feb, I urge you to use that time to clear your energy. So you can write a forgiveness list, write down who, what, when it made you feel the way it did, and actually write it down and say, you know, I forgive these situations with these people when it made me feel like this. I forgive you all positively. Now you need to feel that, guys. You know, don't just do this because you think, okay, I'm just, you know, this is a process. Yes, it's a process, but it has to be met with your vibration of intention, of genuine intention from your heart, right? You're following your heart's energy. It's open chakra, it's open intention. And then you can really sort of make a very profound sort of forgiveness list or letting go, releasing list. Now, you write this all down and it might be a bit triggering emotionally for you, right? So just remember that if that happens, let those tears out, because that's part of the releasing. And then if you'd like, play like some nice kind of, you know, negative releasing energy type music. You can find loads of great stuff, you know, Woke Nation on YouTube and other sort of frequency binaural beats, just to kind of purge and release. So even if you type it into YouTube, you'll find loads of stuff. I'm not here trying to promote any specific channel, but I'm just telling you the ones that I just use, and I just Google it. So once you've created that forgiveness list, it's time to sort of burn it in a ceremony. So do it over a sink. I mentioned this in the full moon video, but this is just that last clearing before you can set those intentions. So anything that's hacked you off even since the last full moon, you know, just write those things down. Or if you want to write it again because you feel like you're still holding on to stuff, do that. Burn it, and those ashes, do it in a safe place. You can give that to the earth. So if you can put it in the garden, that's actually a really nice way of like giving back to the earth with those ashes. If you don't have a garden, you need to put it somewhere else or throw it in the bin or recycle it, then do what you need to do. Just do it safely. So once you've done that, now you're in a really strong position to actually start setting those wishes. Now, like I said, this is big energy to make change. So it could be, you know, stepping out and doing things differently. I'll share one with you. What I'm doing in this new moon is I'm actually doing this video. Me doing more of these videos and me talking to the tribe and sharing more of my insights and what I have, you know, within myself and from my journey to authentically share back. I've been holding it back. And I've been enjoying what I've been doing, you know, with the guests on the podcast, and it's been brilliant. But you know, the universe has been calling me to go out there and start sharing my own personal journey and start sharing these messages on my own. So I'm already sort of doing something, kind of, you know, reinforcing that, and I'm going to do more of it. So I hope you guys stay tuned, and I hope you enjoy these videos, and do like and comment and tell me how it's helping you and what, you know, what you're up to. And maybe you don't have to go into details, it's private. I don't want to know what your intentions were or anything, because you got to keep those things safe to your heart. That's another point. When you're setting these intentions and these wishes, be very clear about why you want it, and also keep it to yourself, because you mess with the vibration when you tell others. You're losing the focus. So just keep it to yourself and channel all that energy into there. Now you want to be very crystal clear. So maybe your big ambition is to, like, you know, to launch the business that you've been pending for. So, you know, you might already just be almost there. It might be like you've got all the paperwork, everything together, you know what the product is, you know what the business, you know, commercials are, everything's done. You just need to make that next step and sign some paperwork and get it moving. Great. It's a shoe-in, right? You just need to use this time to really just do it. If that business idea is just an idea and you haven't actually got it off the ground, then write your wish and then make your goals, your mini goals or milestones to getting there. So, you know, it could be, you know, I'm launching a thriving, holistic healthcare brand that will provide plant-based products and advice to consumers, right? Like something like that. Now, if you haven't got any of that together, that's fine, but then put your steps in. So what am I going to do in the next, you know, 24 hours, 3 days, in the coming weeks, and what am I going to do across the rest of the year? Now, if you're doing it around the energy of this new moon, it's going to be really powerful. Remember, you can also set other intentions that are not specifically in line with the Aquarius energy, but you will get more like oomph with it, right? Now, if you're doing something that is actually going against the grain, like holistic hair care or these type of spirituality guidance movements, and you know, you're in that space and you want to do something a little bit different, this is the time. Because this is like, if your movement's about humanity, it's great. Even if it's just about bringing harmony to relationships and bringing people together and treating people more with, you know, that kind of human connection, because we've really been disconnected. And the 222 is a proof of what's really challenged us even through 2020, because there were several twos there. And what humanity's shown is that we can have compassion and love and come together. So there's been some really positives that have come out of this, and we can use that into this year as just empowerment, because if this year's so much better than previous years, and it's aligning for us to be able to take control now, take the control, take the power that we have, that we might not realize we have, and just kind of rise up with it. because this is all part of the movement. So if you've got, you know, intentions and wishes that actually help with the awakening of Earth, maybe you're a counselor, a healer, you sell crystals, or you do Reiki, or you know, you help people transition to a plant-based alkaline lifestyle. That's all about raising vibrations, awareness. It's helping humanity. It's bringing together this charge towards the awakening journey, and what we're moving towards throughout this year and up until 2030, which is the real great solar flash. Every 25,000 years, the earth resets because it needs to raise its vibrations. It needs to stay at a certain vibration or be operating. It's the new earth that we're forming. Already we're in the new earth, but those that are vibrating will be going into the new earth, and those that are not will be staying on the old timelines. And it won't be very nice there. It will feel very trapped and very depressing, unfortunately. So we have to have compassion for those that are not ready to come onto this, but we can also support those that do and don't, right? We can have compassion in many ways. So I went and I digressed, but I was a bit passionate about that one. So yeah, write down your steps and your goals of how you're going to achieve this wish. Now, you may have multiple wishes, and go for it. You know, there might be one big wish and there might be some smaller wishes. Other wishes like, you know, I want to refurb my bedroom, and I want to paint it and things like that. So you might have not bought the paint, you might have not chose the colors, and so just get that. It literally is kind of like a bit more of a to-do list, but you're doing it with the universe, and you're going, hey, yo, universe, right, and moon, I really want these things, and I want them to happen, and I'm going to be putting the energy and the focus into them, and I'm going to be sharing that with you, and I'm offering this as well so you can help me. And that's a powerful thing. So by doing it in ritual like that, you're really offering and sacrificing your intentions, and as long as it's coming from here and you really want that to happen, and you're showing that you're going to put in some work, because you don't just write these wishes and then just get on with your daily life. Like, things don't happen. Like, it doesn't just drop on your doorstep. And I know you guys know that, but just reminding you. So you can do the intention setting, you know, your wishes, and putting that all together on sort of like, you can do it across the 1st, 2nd, 3rd of February. Very powerful time. Now, gratitude is an important aspect of all of this. I really encourage you guys to be grateful for what you have. Expressing gratitude to the universe is saying, I'm really grateful for what I have. And you put out a vibration of contentment, happiness towards what you have, genuine feeling of goodness towards what you have, and that allows more to come in for you. If you complain, if you say you don't have enough, you basically create more of that. So, you know, keeping your vibrations high as much as you can, but you're going to have moments. We all have moments. Cry it out, let it go, because the releasing is in making the space and bringing in the magic afterwards. So trust me, anyone knows me, I'll be crying every other 2 days, and life is good, but I just got to cry. I've got a lot of water placements. So for my close soul tribe, you guys know when I'm crying on a voice note, it's just the usual, because I just need to let it go for a moment. Anyway, enough about me, more about you guys. So just allow yourself to do what you need to do to keep keep a good feeling, so you can always come back to center, right? It's important to be able to know where your center point is, and then you can come back there. So I think that is enough said about these intentions. Now, the gratitude, I would encourage you guys to do it every day. You know, if you can do that every day, just take out 5 minutes and be grateful. Even when you're in the shower, like saying gratitude for the water, for the warmth of it, to be able to have this shower, to have the roof on my head, waking up and saying thankful for the bed, thankful for the roof on my head. You're sending a signal out to the universe that you are really grateful and you want more support for new things and new ideas, but you are very grateful for what you already have. And trust me, it does work. And also your whole feeling towards life just feels more positive and grateful, because you start to appreciate every little thing. I mean, every little thing. I can't, you know, I go into my yoga classes and I'm always sort of giving gratitude in those moments for that teacher and for what she's showing me or he's showing me at the time, and for the people in the room with me sharing their energy. So it applies to everything. Do you know what I mean? For the smallest things, even if you're just having a cup of tea and you just needed it so much, and you just show gratitude for the cup of tea. Honestly, it's the smallest things that make a big difference in our lives, because they all add up to really big things, and sometimes we just take it for, complacently. So, like, what else is left? So with the gratitude, you can actually propel and enhance gratitude around the first quarter moon and the third quarter moon. So the first quarter moon of Aquarius is going to be around the 8th of Feb, and the third quarter moon is going to be around the 23rd of Feb. So you can write down those timings, and maybe you might want to spend more time doing the gratitude sort of ritual, and maybe you might want to chill out and, burn some incense or whatever it is that kind of, some essential oils, a diffuser, whatever it is that kind of gets you into a vibe, and, express gratitude in a more sort of ceremonious way. What else? So I think that's really it. Now you can set your affirmations, and these affirmations can be, you might have one or two, and then from that new moon, you say the affirmation every day for the month of Feb until we get into the new moon of Pisces, which will be coming up in March, and we'll talk about that when we get there. But for now, it could be, I have a thriving holistic health service. I have a booming business of selling crystals. I am a great plant-based chef that has a growing customer base. So those are some ideas, right? And I've mentioned everything business, but it doesn't have to be business. Now you have to be very crystal clear with your wishes, because try not to focus it on a certain person or a certain energy. It's just got to be very clear on what it is, but nothing to tamper with anyone or disrespect anyone in any way, because that won't work. Remember, the energy you have to put out is very pure and from the heart, and genuinely going to, bring in goodness and not affect anyone in any shape or form in a negative way. So just remember that. I'm not saying you guys will, but just never do it on a person or anything that, that is intruding, right? So finally, I'm going to cover the energy guidance for this new moon. So what exactly am I seeing? So I pulled the Curious Creatures Tarot from Chrisanne and the Moonology cards. What's really interesting is I'm seeing the moon with the moon upright with the world in reverse. What I feel is there is a major cycle closing out, guys. So take what resonates. This cycle could be work related, love related. It could be just like a personal thing that you're going through, an awakening, a transformation of self, right? Now this is cycling out. It's not completed yet, but with the moon there, and in this depiction, it's like the full moon. Let's just show you real quick. It's like this. So the moon talks about intuition, but also things that are hidden. So there might be something in a cycle that's, looking to complete, but you might not be aware of what that is. So that could be one way, but also I really feel it's fears. So before you sort of set your intentions, release any fears or anything that might be holding you back. It could be limited beliefs. So take time to sort of meditate, contemplate, and that's funny because I get another message about that a bit later. We also then see the Four of Wands in reverse with the Knight of Cups in reverse. So it's like that energy of feeling unstable. You might be feeling a little bit unstable. Try to find a ground, like I said, try to ground yourself, try to focus and get crystal clear on those intentions of what you really want to work on for this new moon and what you want to call in. But you need to be centered, and you need to have that grounding, because one thing I'll say is don't do any of this activity around the new moon. If you're all over the place, you're in a mess, you're feeling angry and negative, you need to release all of that. You need to be in a place where you're quite balanced and you're calm, you're thankful, and you're genuinely feeling like in a good place. Then it's a good time. If you're feeling off that day and there's no coming back from it, sleep it off and try and reset the next day with a good ritual in the morning and get through that. So you may also be feeling that lately things have just been unstable, things have been shaking up. There could be changes in family life. Now I mentioned before, like going bold and going away from things. You may be pulling back your cup and going, this doesn't work for me, family, persons, XYZ. I need to kind of do me. So there could be that going on. So take what resonates, but there's definitely a shake-up of stability or foundation, and maybe a need to have some kind of form of stability and foundation for yourself. There are things that may have not been seen coming to the light. So I do think this is a very big month, and definitely some hidden things might be coming to the surface. And that might actually allow you to manifest, because we're seeing like the 7 of Swords in reverse with the Magician. So that might help you to manifest because you have clarity. But also it might allow you to see things that you needed to see in order to help you with the next steps in achieving your goal, or what you really want to create, that you've done through your journaling and your setting of wishes and intentions and affirmations. Now, what also could be going on here is you sort of going, well, I'm using this Aquarius energy and I'm going to be about me. I'm going to show the world the real me. So I'm coming out. I'm not holding back anymore. No masks. I'm here. And through that, the energy is going to be super supportive to allow you to manifest. So I did mention that point of like, shining your light, being authentic. I really do believe in my heart and soul that by you doing that and really taking that bold step out of your comfort zone, it's going to allow you to really call in those manifestations and kind of align you on the path to creating. So I'm not saying you're going to get the house overnight or the new business overnight, but it will align you to the contact that you make that allows you to network, to build that business, or, coming across opportunities that allow you to save more or get better deals when applying for a mortgage. That's what I mean. So just remember, authentic self, don't dim your light, shine it, guys, shine it. And then finally, there's this feeling of like, it's not yet divine timing, or you might be feeling stuck. A bit of both. It's not yet divine timing, and I've said that to you guys before, but there is healing and support from the universe, and there's a very strong power there with the star. And this is a very magical time. So although you might not think things are moving forward, remember, when we set our intentions and when we're trying to get things moving, sometimes they don't want to move when we want them to move. Because remember, if we're setting them with the support of the universe and the moon, and you're calling in all of that great energy that's available to us and source, then there's a part of this that is out of our hands, but in a good way, because the universe wants to bring in the opportunities or the alignment moments, the synchronicities, those moments at the right time that is for the highest and best good of you. So always remember that. Now, finally, the moon cards. The answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. So this is interesting. The answers you need are coming. So, like I said, there might not be with the moon, and I saw like, the 7 of Swords in reverse, things might not be clear to you. You will have those clarity moments, whether that's about a situation or the downloads, or it comes to your intuition. Those answers are coming. And, Gemini is about communication. It's also about, it can be twin flame, it can be partnerships, harmony, divine love, like the twins, right? But so it could be about romance, right? So the answers you need are coming. It could be about anything else though, right? I'm not saying it's only. Then we have meditate and contemplate. So like I said, to get grounded and to really know what you want, first meditate. Don't just go and rush, to do this. Take time to journal. You've got several days, because like I said, the best time to do this is just after the new moon. So it doesn't have to be on the 1st of Feb. 2nd and 3rd is good. So the next couple of days, you can really just meditate, contemplate, get really crystal clear about what you really want to create and why, and make sure it aligns with your heart. Because like I said, when it's aligned with the heart space, you've got nothing to fear, my loves. It will all come in play eventually. Adjustments are required, 3rd quarter moon. So this is interesting. This is a time where you can make adjustments. Like I said before, that what puts you into alignment might not be putting you into alignment anymore. You need to change stuff up, or you need to change up the dynamics that You know, maybe you're in a circle or a group of friends, a social circle, where you're kind of a little bit like you're holding back your light and not really speaking your truth or sharing what you really want to share, or holding back on something you want to do because you're scared of what they're going to say. You can make those adjustments. This is your life. This is your creation. The creator created you to create. Yeah? Create. So don't forget that. So now's a great time to create adjustments. What is it that I need to adjust to bring me into alignment? What is it that I need to pull away from, change up, you know, to be able to really step into my authenticity? And remember, by you doing that, you're not just going to follow your heart and your real soul's mission, which then the universe can even help you even more, because that's exactly what the earth wants. But you're going to help many others on their journey to rise up and to raise the vibration. So it's a win-win situation, guys, once you step out of that comfort zone. And then finally, the end of a tough cycle approaches full moon in Capricorn. So interesting, because I mentioned from the tarot cards that a cycle is closing. So whatever that is for you, if it's a work situation, romantic, anything other. Sorry, guys, the desk just moved up. Anyway, so if that's that was unplanned, but that was quite fun. Thought I was moving with you. Anyway, so if there's, you know, things that you just think, oh, this has been so hard, like I thought I left it in 2021, it is coming to a close. Whatever it is, whatever's been playing out in your life that just hasn't been so easy, it is closing up. And there is a massive opportunity for you to really co-create in this new cycle. So I really urge you guys to think about how you can adjust yourself to make that alignment for your co-creation. So I hope that this new moon in Aquarius video and tips for manifestations, setting those intentions and getting really crystal clear has helped. Happy Chinese New Year to those that are celebrating. I think we should all be celebrating. I just love the fact that it's on the 1st of Feb as well, and I just love the Chinese zodiac. So for anyone that's a tiger, this is even your year, tigers. But for all of us, it's time to just go out there, really just shine our lights and be the best us we can be by being true to ourselves. So with that said, love and light, guys. Take care and see you soon.